Welcome to the next episode of our Dark Matter custom campaign run. Today we're on the Fragment of Carcosa. I liked this one a lot the first time I played it, but I believe it has since changed. And reading this reference card, I think it's changed quite a bit from what I remember it. So I'm curious to see how it goes. We are currently on the surface of Fragment, cannot be flipped. The rocky surface is soft to the touch, covered by the ever so light layer of golden dust. Every gravity-less step you take imprints your footprint into the ground. You can see the deck lists are on the screen, so let's just get rid of those. And then abandoned lander is you spot a single structure you recognize as a landing shuttle. This must be where the cultists set up their survey base camp when they first arrived. The shadows lengthen. Although your scanners have not detected any anomalies within fragments, stepping down onto the surface still invokes a sense of dread like no other. You can't help but feel like something horrible will happen if you take too long dawdling around. There is no doom threshold. Interesting. And then we got on Lost Carcosa. During the descent, the glimmer of a man-made structure could be seen in the distance. The remnants of the prior cultist expedition. They must have left traces as to how to enter the Grand Palace. If abandoned lander is revealed and there are no clues on it, we advance. Let's see your opening hands, and as always with Ursula, she has no trauma, huh? She's doing great. And we're at 4 and 2 for memories. As always with Ursula, we are looking to get cards that bump up her book. Alright, that's going to probably be a whole mulligan. And as for decks, we're looking for ways to deal damage, primarily our hammer. Okay. Kind of rough opening hands, but luckily with Ursula it's really easy. We're just going to see a whole new set of 5. That is a much better hand to start things off. Janae already is really sick. Okay. Dexter, you're going to keep the rosary, and I think we're going to, burn everything else. I'm tempted to kind of keep the Faustian bargain. But I think we just have to dig for the hammer. Molly will help us get there. Okay, good. All right. All right, sweet. Well, why don't we get this show on the road, shall we? And start by playing none other than Janae herself. She's strong. She's fast. She allows me to get +1 book and +1 foot. Let's move into this location. Cannot be flipped while investing in this location. Reduce the shroud by one for each tally mark next to your memories. You remember now that there was one survey team that never left the asteroid, the team that awakened to Silda. Is this their shuttle? So we'll take a free investigate action, and we will throw burning the midnight oil on this, because it is an investigate action we can take. So we are testing 5 to the game's 0. Because we have 4. Okay. Well, the precursor said to not dawdle. So let's not dawdle. We'll just go now 6 to the game's 0 with this. Reduce the shroud by 1, 6. -2 if you fail while you're at a cave location, take 1 damage. Beauty. So let's advance this. Oh my god. Oh my god. Hidden within a compartment of the abandoned shuttle is a 2-sided map of the asteroid created by the cultists during their initial exploration. On one side of the map, there are drawings of vast and tunneling caverns spreading throughout the interior of Fragment. When you flip it over to the other side, the map depicts something else instead. A grand palace with hallways replacing tunnels and majestic chambers in the place of subterranean cavities. It appears that there are certain weaknesses in the veil of reality that allow the explorers to temporarily shift certain places into their dimension known as Carcosa. Okay, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. If we watched The Heir to Carcosa, you know we've watched The Heir to Carcosa. The rooms of the palace depicted on the map, they are the same ones that were portrayed in the virtual play. You take the map with you and head towards the entrance of the caverns, the entrance to the realm of Carcosa. Each investigator gains 1 clue from the token bank. Hey, I ain't going to say no to that. And then put all the cave installations into play. I accidentally did this before, so I have to put the clues on these, so just bear with me, everybody. There's 1 on this one, 0 here, 4 on this location. Excuse me. 2 here. Sorry, 2, not 3. That's if I'm playing with Travis and Bryn. 2 here. And 2 there. Alright, this is very different than it was how I played it. A crack in the slab hidden within the vast sculptures of the asteroid. The passage leads to a dark and complex system of caverns underneath the surface. After you enter Bottomless Pit, move to any other non-surface location, take 3 direct damage, and lose all remaining actions. Flip it with our memories. Next cavity gets -1 shroud for each connecting cave location. What the frick? Okay. You must find and confront Isilda in this reality-defined asteroid before she is elevated by her father and spreads the madness of Carcosa throughout the colonies. As Lightning Bolt, if you're at a cave or Carcosa location, spend player clues as a group, flip your location and all connecting locations to the other side. Find the royal princes of Carcosa. You will be instructed when to advance. Okay. Dexter. We're going to do Molly for action number 1. And then we're going to exhaust her and deal her 1 damage, and we're going to name weapon. So we're going to reveal until... What the frick is up with my deck? We're going to reveal until we reveal a weapon. Oh, hey, it was right on top. Cool. Well, we want to get this out there. So let's just gain 2 resources for our last action. So we should have kept the Faustian, but I do agree with my decision to dig for it. Nice. Cool. All right. 1 of Endless. Evil card for the turn. Cave Collapse. Each investigator cave location must test foot 3. Each investigator fails, take 1 damage, and loses an action. No caves. Song of Your Soul. To your threat area. At the end of the round, for each event in your hand, either discard it or take 1 horror, then discard Song of Soul. Huh. So that's a good chunk. That's 3. We really don't want to take 3. We want to keep the Ward of Protection, obviously. We also could just, like, Ward of Protection that... because it's going to deal us a horror anyway, but then we can't play the Cyclopean Hammer. I mean, we could. We just take less. I think actually probably protecting our stuff is better. So we'll give Molly that. Yeah. Because we're going to have to pay a horror to keep that anyway, right? So we just got to do that. Dexter, gain a resource, play the hammer, and then move to this location. No, it's revealed. I was about to flip it. I was like, we got to flip this location. No, 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 no. That would be bad. That would be breaking the rules. Boom, boom, boom. Ursula, move into this location and then take a free investigate. We have 6 to the game's 2. Sweet. All right, and then we'll spend 2 clues to flip. So we flip our location and all connecting locations on the other side. Palace Gates. You cannot resign while Palace Gates is in play. We refill it with clues when they flip. I remember reading that in the text. Add clues on that up to its clue value. Perfect. And then this one. When spiral staircase flips, move each investigator at spiral staircase to a connecting location. Only a few more steps. Okay. Well, we still have 2 actions left. I think we're going to move into this location. We can use Genet. I think we want to shunt one of these clues. Huh. What do we do? Man, I guess we could just grab a clue off this location. And then we can investigate for our last action. We have 6 to 3. Sweet. Pick up a clue. Ah, frick. You dastardly son of a gun. I know what's going to happen here. Let's get ready, chat. This is going to be a very tough time. Very tough. It's one of these puzzles. Yeah, super. Yeah, you got it too at the same time. At the same frickin' time. This is going to be hard. Echoes of Tasilda, Mind. When an investigator would be defeated by horror, cancel that horror and add this card to the victor's display. If you are not the only undefeated investigator remaining, that investigator could not be you. Surge. Scene shifting. Place a doom on the current agenda because there's no enemies that can move. This surges. Nearest Carcosa location. Isn't that a good Mythos card? It is a good Mythos card. Sophistic Spires. Massive. Does not attack during the enemy phase. I mean, that seems really easy to solve with the Locust. All right, your evil card is Haster's Domain. Next to the agenda deck, after you flip any number of locations, take 1 horror. Test Brain or Foot 3. If you succeed, discard Haster's Domain. I'm going to put that in like this area, I think. Just because it's going to be easier for me to keep track of. All right, Dexter. I've been playing through the Call of Cthulhu campaign this was inspired by, so I'm kind of keen to run through this one. How is it? It's really good. The updates, I played it earlier when it was still a work in progress, and I thought it was very good then, but I think it's exceptionally well made at this point. I think a lot of the things were ironed out, or I just have much stronger decks that just killed it. But I do think the difficulty was brought down to a good level for what players should be at standard. What it should be at standard. Okay. Dexter. Next action. Hit man with hammer. We have 8 to 2. Sweet. Let's chunk 3 damage on these spires and just knock them up there. That is so funny to me. That's wild. Just to see you later. Okay, and then for your last action, Dexter, let's try this, I think. So we'll test 5 to 3. It's not great, but we'll maybe make it. Oh, not only did we fucking make it, we killed it. I'll put Molly back in my hand. We're looking for a Faustian bargain anyway. I mean, I'll take that too. I'll take that too. Sweet, this is gone. I hate this. I'm so frustrated already. God dang it. God flippin' dang it. All right. We're going to play the Pathfinder for sure. And then we're going to actually start by investigating our location. No, because the flip location discards all clues. No, it keeps all tokens. Okay. So I suppose we can actually just kind of ignore it for right now. We could just like move in here and then do some flipping and just like show everyone the wonder that is Carcosa. So let's do that. Let's move in here. Let us bring a clue with us as well. Why the heck not, right? And then we'll investigate for free. We have 6 to 4. Sweet. And then as a lightning bolt, let's flip these locations. So this one flips. Dexter, you're going to move down here. I am filled with so much anger right now. All right, Labyrinths of Tasselok. At the end of your turn, if you're at this location, take 1 horror. If this location is the only Carcosa location in play, read the set aside for you alone story card. And then we got, if this location is the only Carcosa location in play, read the set aside the Arrival of the King story card. Then we got Gardens of Thothut. It's +1 Shroud for each connecting Carcosa location. If this location is the only Carcosa location in play, read the set aside Delight story card. And then we got the Yellow Throne. If there are 6 location cards in play, and each undefeated investigator is at this location, read the set aside Lost Expedition story card. Fuck you! Fuck you! Oh my god, this is going to be frustrating. I can now see why there was this thing. My brain is dying. Why are you doing that? Why would you do this? I am curious to see if this is more fun than it is clever, if that makes sense. Okay. We haven't even taken an action yet. This is wholly different than when I played it. Yeah. I think I liked it more the original way. I think this is more clever than it is actually, like, fun. But we're going to try. We're going to try our darndest. It just requires 2 clues to do it. So this is what we need to... This is like our key, the Cyclopean Caverns. I want to say I'm upset. I want to just say I am a little bit upset. So this one's going to be easier to do with everybody on Carcosa. There's a way to get all 6 in 2 flips, you think? I think I can do it with this location's ability. Okay, well, we're just going to investigate, I suppose. We just need to get clues to do the thing. We could also draw a bunch of cards. Probably not a bad idea. So let's draw, put 2 curse tokens in the bag, and then draw 3. I mean, thank God we have a lot of movement. No, I appreciate that. We'll see how it goes. If it starts getting really shitty... I don't think we're going to make the time frame to get the final scenario in. If this is the scenario, I don't think we're going to get the last one in today. If I had to guess. Yeah, let's just investigate. 6 to 4. Just grab clues. We need them, I guess. 6 to 4. Sweet. All right, let's go to upkeep. That's good. That's a great draw. That's also there. 4 of nothing. Evil card here. Test book 3. If you're at a Carcosa location, you must commit all eligible skill cards to this test. Well, that's kind of rough. We lost our really good deduction. But it's deduction tech. What can you do, right? We have 7 to the game's 3. -2. We're good. No one's at a Cape location. We're all in beautiful, beautiful sunny Carcosa. We definitely don't want to move into this location. But I think we can line everything up this turn, if I had to wager. Oh, see, Brad, 49 months at the Golden Table. Thank you for your support. I think we want to get the 6 first. I hate life. I hate it. Why? Here's to another 49 months. Let's go. 49 months into the future. Flip everything. We flip this back with that, and we go again. I mean, I think we have to let's get the all Carcosa one. Let's start there. I mean, get everything synced up. And then let's spend Dexter's memories to flip this location back to a cave. And then we can spend another 2 clues to get all of these. All right, we're in beautiful Carcosa. Don't you have to move to bottomless pit to flip it? Are they not connected? No, they're connected. Flip your location, all connecting locations. And then we did the investigators at this location can cross out memories as a group to choose any cave or Carcosa and flip it to its other side. So I chose the cave, slipping into the spiral staircase. I think I did that right. All right, then we're going to move here. We're going to pathfind into there, sorry. We haven't taken an action yet. We're going to grab a clue from this location, move it in there. And then we'll investigate for free. We have 6 to the game's 2. Hey. I won't move, thank you though, game. Then let's investigate again. 6 to 2. This one's our first action. We must either reveal another token or cross out of memories. We'll reveal another token at -1. Oh, let's go. I won't move, though. Again, thank you, though, game. And then let's do it one more time. Oh, now we move with path. Yeah, that was our first action. So our second action is going to be investigate again. Sweet. Give me that juice. As for our last action, why don't we draw 3 cards? Did I add those curse tokens? No. All right, Dexter, you're going to move into this location. And there are 6 Carcosa locations, so let's read the Lost Expedition. No, I don't blame you. There is a lot going on. If this is the first time you read this, eventually you come across the bodies of several cultists, the missing survey team. They have abandoned their helmets and died from sudden fatal decompression. When you scan their notes, your worst fears have been confirmed. Tisilda no longer exists in this dimension, but is elevated into godhood, and now resides along with her father between the fabric of space and time, and within the core of all stars. And yet there is a greater complication, for the survey team's note also unmasks the true nature of the King in Yellow. Our destruction gives it form, our violence gives it name, our screams give it a voice. It is no more of a deity than gravity is, no matter how many people worship and ascribe it a personality and an intelligence. It is the thermodynamic concept of entropy itself that you face, the gradual and inevitable decline of any system into absolute chaos. And by all understanding of physics, there's no stopping it. Regardless if this is the first time you read this, advance the current act and set this card aside out of play. Current act? That's the current act. Okay. You'll never know if Desilda was real, but what you have learned from these cultists is that the arcane ritual that supposedly released her has accelerated the increasing entropy of the universe. In fact, Kate announced that with the new constants in play, the sun itself will implode in just a few more years, and annihilate everything within a few light years. Because sun, you see, makes light. It travels through light years as opposed to regular years like us. You search the cultists for any methods to reverse this action, but find no solution to this impossible puzzle. The only hope left is to try to survive the supernova and save as many as you can. As you contemplate your next steps, the entire asteroid begins trembling, and an inhuman roar echoes through the halls and caverns behind you. Advance to Agenda 2A and Act 3A. Do not remove Doom from play. Move all Doom from Agenda 1A to 2A. Spawn the set-aside Cave Dweller at the landing. Four, 4, 6. Dude, he's a beast. When his location is flipped, exhaust him. Okay. Alright. Your landing must have disturbed the pocket reality hidden within the fragment. The entire asteroid is beginning to collapse, and soon you'll be trapped within. Get out of here while you still can. You won't be able to warn anyone of the impending doom if you don't get out of this one alive. You must escape this asteroid as soon as you can. If you're at the Cave of Carcosa, location, spend this the flip. And if each undefeated investigators resign, we advance. And set this card aside. So can you read that card again? So yeah, here's my thought process. How is this one? You can't even enter it, right? I have a plan. Here's my theory. We have to read this again for a second time. And the hint over here, you'll need to rethink what you have done in a different perspective. I have a plan, though, for how we can do this. And I think I'm going to make this location the locus. Because then I can move these guys there. So we can set it up and then like bypass the puzzle and just move Dexter and Ursula there as the locus. So basically just flip the puzzle and then cheat the system. Because my theory is on the other side of this card, there should be another thing. That's my theory. And I think trying to get all of these is going to be too difficult. Okay. Ursula, you have an action left. We need to crack the case and make some money. So this one has a Shroud of 6. It's pretty high. This one deals less horror each turn, which isn't great. This one's just 4. So that's probably the path we're going to do it in. So we're going to move into this location. And then let's investigate at 6 to 4. She's drawn so many of those this turn. Like, I'm not going to complain, all right? Sweet. Okay. Dexter. Why don't you put some liquid courage in play? And then why don't you take a drink? So choose an investigator. They heal 1 horror. Thank you. So then we're going to test 5 to 2. Sweet. We succeed, we heal another horror. Awesome. So that was 2 actions. I think what we do is we use Dexter's magic to get David Renfield out for 1 less, and then we exhaust him, put a horror on him, and gain a resource. Then we have this guy move here. And then we go into upkeep. So we can really bypass a step and 2 resources if we draw the book here. Yeah, I mean, that's solves a big problem, which is, the resources we need. So it's just going to take us some time. Sure. Luckily, that's pretty soft for us. We're at 6 of 19, 5 of which is on the agenda. Surge. Hey, I've seen this movie before. We have 5 to the game's 3. I'll commit you for 6 to 3. Cool. Dexter. Attach this card to the cave or Carcosa location with the fewest clues without a copy of Broken Reality attached. After you flip the attached location, flip it back to its original side and discard this card. Okay. Well, why don't you spend your clue and do that, Dexter, for your first action. Then we're going to spin David and get 2 resources. We'll play our Holy Rosary. And then I think we move up here for our last action. As for the next step, we just need resources. So we're going to investigate. Sorry, first things first, we play him. We have the Miskatonic. Let's find the Profana. That's 1. I think we're going to try to cheat the system a bit. We're going to move a clue with Janae over here. Then we're going to move back in and take a free investigate action We have 6 to 4. Yeah. -2. We're good. We'll grab the last clue of our location and we'll gain 8 resources. For our last action, we'll play the Profana. And we will make this location our locus. Okay. This guy moves here. And then we'll go into our upkeep. We're at 6 on the agenda, 8 total in play, 2 on David. Evil card for the turn is none other than the Spires. Okay. So luckily we can just, because of the Profana, we can just ignore this guy and he does not attack during the enemy phase either. So like he just exists. So what we can do is we can first start by spending 2 clues to flip all adjacent locations. That does flip everything up. And it goes like this. This guy exhausts. We're going to spend 2 of our memories to flip this location. For our first action, we're going to move Dexter into this location because that is the locus. And then we're going to move ourselves into that location. And then, in theory, if I flip this over, it isn't. It wasn't that. Advance the act now. Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. No, you're right, Superfang. I missed that last time too. Thank God you're here. Yeah. Regardless of if this is the first time you read this, advance the current act. Ah, yes. If you were instructed to advance by a card other than Act 3A, among the hieroglyphs of the cavern and paintings that adjourn the halls of the palace, you learn of an obscure ritual that will temporarily deny Tisilda's claim to the throne, which may provide enough time for humanity to escape. However, you still need to get out of here first. We know the abjuration. Yeah, good call. You nailed it. Flip this card to back 3A. All right, now we just got to get out of here. Okay. All right, we can get one of these. All right, so chat, which one do we want to do? For You Alone, Arrival of the King, or Delights? Probably not Delights. It's got to be one of the other ones. The king? All right, say no more. Say no more. Okay, so we can just actually pathfind into this location. And then we can investigate, because we haven't done that yet. We might be able to get... We can probably get the clues off of this location if we just play this right. Okay, because we can spend 2 clues. No, sorry, we want to investigate first, because we haven't done that, like I said. So we have 4, 5, 6, 7 to 4. Let's see how that goes. You know what? I'll go 9 to 4. Sweet. Totally warranted. So now we can spend our remaining 2 memories to flip this over. And then we'll read Arrival of the King. Standing and sitting in small groups around the ballroom are statues of the inhabitants of the palace. They are all gaily dressed for a masquerade, though they have all unmasked. On closer inspection, you realize the statues are speaking in low, stunned tones, as if the time here is slowed almost to a standstill. They share amongst each other the faintest rumors about the royal family of Carcosa. It is an echo of the moment of the city of Yatil, wherein the palace became Carcosa, and the royal family, thank you, and the royal family of the palace learned that they were inevitably doomed. They stand around now, morose and uncertain. The people of the palace were truly lost in both soul and mind. Each investigator may cross out any amount of memories. For every 2 tally marks just crossed out, for every 2 players, we may cross out impending doom. Nope. I'll take the victory, though. I'll do that. And we draw that card off of perception. Oh, what? What? All right, so that king one is probably the worst one for us, but hey, we didn't know that, and that's okay. For our last action, I think we just play this. Oh, sorry, I didn't pay that money for that thing. Should be a 4. Gonna play that key. Why not, right? Why not? Dexter, hit curtains. You have 5, 6, 7. You have 10 to the game's 4. We're probably just gonna kill the curtains 10 to 4 again. So sick. David, I order you to give me more resources. We'll move up here for our last action. Okay. Upkeep. Jake, this isn't the time nor the place. Erwin, copy-paste. Copy-paste. 7, we're at 10 of 19. We just have to, honestly, at this point, we're just trying to get out. Evil card number 1. Madness of Carcosa. Secretly add this card to your hand. After investigators defeat this, add this card to the victory display. Chosen by him. This does not go in my hand. Attach chosen to him to an item, spell, or ally asset you control that can leave play. At the end of your turn, take 2 direct damage and shuffle the attached asset back into your deck. Aw, frick, my research librarian? You fricks! You fricks! Put Song of Soul into play in your threat area at the end of the round. For each event in your hand, either discard it and take 1 horror. That's right, this one. The librarian has been chosen. It's true. It's true. So we probably want to kill this guy, huh? We probably want to kill this guy and get the victory we can. So Ursula, why don't you spend 2 clues? This guy's actually not even going to be a problem. And let's flip some locations. It's exhausted. Man, thank God we just got to cheat this. Made it so much easier than trying to figure it out, huh? Let's shortcut Dexter into the destroying zone, because he's going to have to do some destroying against this guy this turn, and next turn probably. Then we move into this location. We are engaged, so we can't use the Pathfinder. Once again, we were into the Locust, so no attacks of opportunity. We're going to send a clue up here. And then we're going to investigate for free. We have 4, 5, 6 to 2. -2. I'll add a doom to the current agenda. We're doing great on that. And then just take that -2 and grab that clue. Then I think we move up here. I think we go up here. And then we'll investigate at 7 to 3. We might as well. I think things are looking 8 to 3. Like, I think things are looking fine for a win here. David? I think your time is also realistically done. But we'll do some whacking first. We have 10 to the game's 4. Oh. Only 2 damage? I mean, luckily that means we can still actually kill them this turn if everything else goes well. 10 to 4. Let's go 12 to 4 because I'm going to discard this turn anyway. Let's ignore that. 12 to 4 still. -2. This guy will take 3 damage. He'll go up to 5. Just got to do that one more time. Oh, I couldn't commit that card. Yeah. I got it before you said it, chat, but thank you for keeping me honest. We drew like a -2 there, so we had 8 to 4. We're still good on the hammer, though. All right, 10 to 4 here. 8 to 4. Oh, shit. That's really totally fine. All right, upkeep. Okay, discard a card. See ya. At the end of the round, for each event in your hand, either discard it. I'm going to take a 1 horror for each event and then just deny it and heal 1, 2 instead. Because I'll have to discard it anyway. We're at 9. We're at 13 of 19. Attach this to the cave or Carcosa location with a few clues. All right, that's... Reality is breaking down there. That's fine. I'll just put some Doom on that. We're still doing fine for Doom. Not the curtains! Not the curtains. Alright. David, your time is done. Oh, no, sorry. We spin you first. And then you become this tarot card. Okay, let's attack this guy. We're at 10-4. He's dead. We killed him. Just took us a bit of time. You're gone too. Get out of here. We'll attack this guy at 10-4 again. -2. He'll take 3 damage, and we're just going to knock him into the stratosphere as well. Get the frick out of here. Go hang out in the yellow throne. That's where you want to be. And then let's just start making our way out of here. Wait. How do we resign? There, Service of Fragment against resign. I knew we'd get there. We'd get there eventually. We just had to find it. We just had to find it. All right. Ursula. 1, 2. You might as well just resign and get out of here. There's no need for you to do any crazy stuff. All right, upkeep phase. Cool. 11 of 19, evil card here. Interesting. At the end of the turn, take 2 damage, I'll flip your current location to its other side, then discard this card as an action, spend 2 resources, discard this card. Let's move up here, and then let's resign. Easy! Dude, Hammer just cracks things wide open. You hang on tight as the shuttle lifts off the asteroid moments before it crumbles into itself, leaving only a puff of yellow dust in its wake. I think they could have had a better word than puff. Resolution 3. When you finally regroup back on the tattered Mulligan, all you can think of is all the time you could have saved if you only remembered the real threat you face. The sun only has a few years left to shine, and most of humanity is oblivious to its imminent demise. In the face of this impending doom, you know what you must do. Save as many as you can before the inevitable. We get Victory X, and then we proceed to the final scenario. So we have 1, 2, 3. So sick. 3 XP. Man, thank God for the Profana, huh? Kind of cheated the puzzle a bit. Kind of cheated the puzzle a bit, but hey. I don't even want to think about how you do it the other way. I think this one was still very cool, but I actually preferred the original to this one. I think the story that this one tells with the new way, where like the locations are changing because depending on where you are or where you're looking, you know, like you're in the asteroid or on Carcosa, I think that's cool. But I think the logic puzzle is cuter than it is. Oh, not logic puzzle. The puzzle itself is cuter than it was engaging for me personally. Anyways, we have one scenario left here for Dark Matter, the replay. And honestly, my thoughts on this campaign have only improved since my first time playing it. It's very good. I'm excited to finish this off with the last one, which is called Starfall. Big old sun. Big old sun. Thanks everybody for watching. Thank you to all our patrons for helping support the channel, and all of you guys also as well who are on our patrons who are watching. If you want to support the channel through our Patreon, you can just go down in the description. There's a link down there. There is, at this point, there's going to be tons of exclusive video content, some posts, and hopefully at this point now I'll have the game days all figured out and set, and those will be moving as well. So come check it out. Have a good one, and as always, GG's!